Hi, students. Hi, CDA candidates. My name is Ms. Steele, and I am your instructor. So really quickly, I would like to talk to you about discussions. So when you are doing a discussion on Blackboard or some type of platform to obtain your CDA, to do your observation visits, however, a discussion board, there are specific things that you need to remember. So when you're doing your discussion board, it should at least be 150 words. It doesn't have to be more than that, but it can't be less than that. Make sure it's at least 150 words because you on that. Please check your grammar before you post it to your peers. Please make sure that you check your grammar so you do not lose points for that. Also, there are 3 bullet points that you need to pay attention to. Okay. So after you have watched your simulation or you've participated in an observation in an early childhood setting, I want you to discuss some best practices that you observed. So remember, we talked about reflections. You're just looking at one specific activity so that you don't miss the things that we're looking for in your assignment. Okay, so you're going to discuss what best practices that you observe. So my specific discussion, I talked about drop-off procedure. So I would talk about some best practices that I observed when the child was dropped off, like the teacher immediately went up to the student, the parent, because the child was crying. They didn't allow the parent to bring the child to them. They went to the child. They moved slowly. They talked in a soft voice. So those are some early childhood best practices. So I'm going to talk about that in my discussion. Remember, 150 words at least, no less. If you are in a real world observation visit, you may choose mealtime. Did the teachers sit with the boys and girls? Did the teachers open the boys and girls foods to help them? Did they expect them to clean up after themselves? Maybe gave them a baby wipes. Everybody can wipe the table. So you're going to talk about those best practices. Did they wash hands before they ate? So you're going to also state how you, as the early childhood professional, will employ these best practices in your own future teaching. Now, remember, this is in your discussion board. This is what you're talking about. You're also going to talk about the third thing, which is, did you observe some type of record keeping? Or can you give me an example of some ethical practices or ethical dilemma that you saw for in early childhood with exceptional children as well? Were the teachers being compliant of the state and federal standards, or were they non-compliant? So remember, 150 words at least. It doesn't have to be more because you want your peers to read it and you want your peers to give you feedback and you want to do peer-to-peer learning. Okay. All right. Hope this helps. Bye-bye.